Well, Nepal is not just politics and not just hunger or poverty, but Nepal is a great place of great romance, and I like to read a poem about love poem from the Himalayas, because it's not like here, it's not. I went to Alps, so like these mountains, and it's very harsh when you go up. There are people there, and the landscape, and monasteries, and temples, and shrines, and villages, and a lot of activity going on. So I went to Alps, and there's nothing. I said, they said, what do you think of it? I said, it's a nice garden. Because there's no human presence there, and there's too much control, human control. It's not wild, and there are no people there. There are villages, there are settlements up, even on unimaginable heights. So this poem, a love poem for all of you, which is my favorite poem, and it's about someone else's wife, so it's more romantic. River. Between your marble shoulders and my hairy chest, the river roaring, tears, tears, tears. Between your mellowing mouth and my scented tongue, a night of flames and flesh, flesh, flesh. Between your hefty thighs and my throbbing hands, clouds drunk from the forests of rhododendrons, rhododendrons, rhododendrons. Between your almond eyes and my warm mouth, rain dropping like pearls on the plump leaves of the jungle, jungle, jungle. Between your shimmering skin and my dark hair, grass greener than the greenest carpet, have grown yellowish from incessant rain, rain. Between your nights by the impotent pillow of your husband and my crazed headpiece, a poem of spring that shall fill my deep wounds, sprouting flowers, flowers, flowers. Between your tulips and my fragrant pen, a brain fever bird's crazy cry, mad, mad. Between the sparkle of your teeth and my sleep, a rain coming like roar of a starving stream in the starless summer gloom of the night. Between your melon breasts and thrust of my soft lips, the rage of the river battering its head against the magic mountains. Between your decisions and my flickering lamps, the river mad, you poet, you bastard, go away. Thank you. So I was saying that for us, like mountains are, I always say, are holy. They're sublime beings. For Westerners, it's kind of a solid mass. It's like a bull that you want to slay. But for Nepalese, it will be a kind of, he will bow to the mountain. Somebody going in the forest will break a twig, saying, Goddess, I'm coming in, and I'll do some damage, forgive me. There will be mountains named after gods and goddesses, of mother, sister, or sister-in-law mountain, a mother-in-law mountain, They this kind of family. So we don't look like mountaineers kind of to conquer them. Germans and Americans and British, they all want to conquer it. In fact, the name Everest comes from the British name when they were ruling in colonial India. And they wanted to, the guy who started the first initiation to find which is the highest mountain in the world is named after that. Nepali name for Everest is Sagarmatha, which is far more romantic name, which means the forehead of the sky. And the Tibetan name for Everest is Chomo Lungma, which means the mother of the winds of the world. So, which is far more poetic. So, I'll read from this book the poem that is on Everest, that is called Sagarmatha. So, because there are a lot of tourists coming all over, and so I see it as a symbol that people want to, all over the world would like to come and see their faces in the, and Nepalese people don't really know, the local people don't understand why these people are coming. So this, I'll get another book. Yeah, maybe that one. Right. So this poem is called Sagarmatha, which is forehead of the sky. The turquoise lake that longs to belong to the ocean, trapped to see the dazzling face of Everest. The climbers from the world over come to see their haggard faces in the clear light of her crystal eyes before facing the forehead of the sky. Thanks. There's another poem I want to read is, I was talking a lot of pollution that is causing. So in, I think, Mountain Association in Nepal, they would want you to first deposit some money. If you, like you guys come and I take you, we'll have to put some money there. So when you go, you bring your garbage bag. And then you can take your money back. Because every is full of garbage, full of dead bodies. People die and they nothing happens. They're just there. And nobody can, because
They don't get the deposit.
you can carry yourself. You can carry the corpse of your friend.
Yeah.
And also the tin cans and plastic bags. And so this, also when you go in Everest, there are small these eyes, the mountain eyes, the Buddha's eyes. And these eyes, I think, are older than Buddha's eyes or Christ's eyes. So this my poem on these eyes that I want to read. It's called Eyes of Andreas Schoten. This is the photographer is German, and my poetry. So it's Andreas Schoten, his photo. So and I make this poem about these eyes. I think, and also there's a lot of thing about, like, Buddhism was also quite aggressive in asserting itself. In the beginning, people think that Buddhism was very compassionate because of the Dalai Lama and all. I mean, there was a lot of blind faith there also. And Buddhism tried to wipe out everything that there existed before it. Also, they didn't take many guards. They took some guards in and some they left out. Like those who were cannibalistic or who were eating humans, like rock goddesses, who were brutal, who demanded sacrifice. They didn't bring it. Like Tara, some they took in, some they left shamanism out. So this, and it was very aggressive also. So this is like probably the eyes of not Buddha, probably it's the humans before Buddha, the shaman's eyes, or even before that, the human eyes. So this is how you heard that thing that the Dalai Lama describes in his autobiography. He is talking to someone, and then he sees he coughs, and he spits, and there's a flurry of people to catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes fun of it himself. He says how it happens.
Yeah.
So this the whole thing is quite crazy also in Buddhism. And Buddha hated the statues. And now the biggest statues are of Buddha. I've never seen so many statues of Buddha in India or Nepal as I see them here now. Buddha didn't let people touch his feet. He said, no, you have to be Buddha yourself. But now Buddha is flying. Buddha hated miracles. He hated all this. Now he is a flying god and everything is. So the ideas are corrupted by the followers. And there's a saying, I don't know how it's true. They say that even the excrement of Dalai Lama probably will be used as a tablet. I don't know if it's true, but it's very expensive to get it. I think only rich people can get it. I probably couldn't afford it. I mean, I've never seen the thing, but I heard that they do it. Eyes of Andreas Schoten. Very human, hungry, almost. Very human, hungry, feeble, almost. Water-like, fish-like. A just-born baby's tear-like. A charcoal geometry on the palpable face of an upright glacier. Pure, crystalline, Christ-like. Before poles, mercury shadow fell. Bemused eyes, older than the horoscope of Siddhartha. Larger than the ocean a female yeti would have shed. Before she was grabbed and butchered by monks, defeated by daggers of compassion, yantras of Sunya, throttled by bodhisattvas, brutally wounded, weary eyes of a human buried beneath debris of spiritual flagstones and snow sheets of savage civilizations. A ruthless tear in a body, a bullet full of blood. A rough-hewn creature grabbed first thing in the morning, like Ganesha's head, and crucified before it could have said a word about history of mystery, hunger, and humanity. Thank you.